Yeah, I like to think it's a little unique, but when I was a little kid, my grandfather, he was a pilot, so he used to have a lot of layovers. He flew internationally, so he used to always have layovers in Boston, and me and him were big history fans, so I basically just grew up anytime I was with my grandfather. He would basically just tell me histories about the story of Boston, that type of thing, and it kind of just came this thing where I just became a big fan of it, and all of a sudden it was like on my list for somewhere I wanted to go for a tourist destination, and once I finally flew out there, I was able to talk to my grandfather some more. Next thing you know, I basically just kind of slowly fell in love with the Red Sox just because they're such a historic franchise and it just looks so cool. It's like their ballpark's a monument itself. It's a weird statement, but I always tell people that I fell in love with the city before I fell in love with the sports. So he would always tell me about tales of walking along like Paul Revere Avenue or something like that, looking for like a new place to get some clam chowder. So he would more or less kind of just always tell me stories kind of just about how beautiful the area is, and then he kind of always had the dream. He actually never made it to Fenway, so that was kind of our big thing was baseballs, but he always would tell me about how he would walk around the stadium and kind of just take in the statues and all the history that's posted around. Oh, you bet, you bet. Yeah, for sure nowadays I at least try to make it out once a year, but even these past couple years I'm just such a diehard fan. I've made it out almost 2 to 3 times every year. I was lucky enough actually in 2021 to make it to Game 3 of the ALDS. We were taking on the Tampa Bay Rays, and it was the second game of the series. It went to extra innings, and it was kind of funny because before the game had started, me and my dad would walk around the stadium. We saw a player come out of like the dugout garage, or whatever you would call it, out of the stadium to pick up just an Uber Eats order, and it was kind of funny, and I recognized who it was. It was Christian Vasquez, one of our backup catchers at the time, and sure enough, bottom of the 10th inning, a pinch hitter comes up for the catcher. Who's the pinch hitter? Christian Vasquez, and obviously, as the history would tell us, he hit the walk-off home run, so it was kind of funny how we were able to laugh at it, but I was at that game, and it was awesome. As far as total games I've been to, I like to travel with the team sometimes too, so I've seen them play at other stadiums, but if we're talking about just in Boston, kind of a losing record, I'll be honest. I don't know if I'm a jinx or not, but we usually don't have an ace going whenever I happen to be going to the ballpark, so it's been unlucky, but I've at least been able to see plenty of action. So that is actually a great question. So we were at the airport. My mom, she was actually trying to work out a way for us to fly to Los Angeles to go to the game that they ended up winning the series at. But instead, we actually ended up going to a Vikings game because I believe it was a Thursday night football game against the Saints. So I was decked out in Red Sox gear at US Bank Stadium all by myself with my mom. It was around the 8th inning, and we literally left with probably 2 minutes left in the game because I'm going to be honest, my mind was elsewhere. And we just sprinted to the nearest bar, and it was just this nice hotel bar in Minneapolis where I'm just jumping and hollering and kind of watching them win. So it was a really cool memory.